Well, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, that Maryland man who was a celebrity in the media for, it seemed like weeks because, well, he was mistakenly deported to El Salvador, even though he's an illegal alien and he had deportation orders. Well, he has been quite a problem for the Democratic Party and their propaganda machine because he presents some quite sticky narratives for them. Remember, they tried to make it about due process. Well, the due process is coming for Garcia, and that is being shipped out of the United States. And here's the quirky thing about this. He didn't have to go to El Salvador. I think it's the one country where a judge didn't want him to go. But he's going to Uganda. You're going to love it there. Africa, I hear, is quite balmy and sunny this time of year, and I think you're going to love it there. So Kilmar Abrego Garcia, he's going to go to the Dark Continent, as it used to be called, and apparently he's going to be in a detention facility there, and it's going to be quite the experience for him. But here's the thing: why isn't Kilmar Abrego Garcia being treated like a criminal by the pro-Democrat press? I think it's because they're just afraid of illegal aliens being shipped out of the country and the Democratic Party losing power. So they completely freaked out, exposed themselves for not caring about the American people and about justice and about the victims of crimes. And, well, I think Kilmar Abrego Garcia and, remember Chris Van Holland out of Maryland, the senator, having, drinking beers with him in El Salvador. I mean, you can't ask for better optics than that if you're a Republican. So keep it up. Keep celebrating Kilmar Abrego Garcia, and, despite being almost certainly tied to MS-13 at a minimum. Keep celebrating him and his human trafficking operations and all of these other horrible things because, really you're doing a favor showing us who you really are. And that's what we want. We want you to stop pretending that you care about the American people and just keep celebrating illegal aliens and suspected gang members because we appreciate it here at Explain America. You make our job really easy. So thank you.
I want to put up on the screen a timeline because there seems to be, in the media especially, a narrative that is completely and totally and utterly false regarding, quote, Mr. Garcia. And not one but two courts actually said he was an MS-13 gang member and identified him as such. Can you please explain what you know about him?
Yeah, Sean, factually, this is an extremely disturbing case. And as a career prosecutor, it is even more disturbing. Every American tonight should be thanking Donald Trump for making America safer by getting this guy out of our country. I'm going to call him a terrorist because he has been designated as a member of a terrorist organization. So this illegal alien terrorist came into our country illegally in March of 2012. We know that because he admitted that when he was stopped in 2019 by the anti-gang squad. They stopped him at a Home Depot with 3 other members. And here's what's very important. He was wearing a sweatshirt with gang insignia on it. The guy he was with, another MS-13 known member, had a tattoo with very similar insignia on it. ICE declared him as a member of MS-13. The police officers, the gang unit, declared him as a member of MS-13, and also they independently went to a reliable, confidential informant who said not only is he a member of MS-13, he gave them the clique, the Westerns, and he was called a Chicao, which is one of the higher-ranking MS-13 members. So they rightfully detained him, rightfully. An immigration judge agreed. An appellate immigration judge agreed. Now, here's where it gets even more frightening. In 2021, his girlfriend previously, his wife at the time, who he had married in jail after he'd gotten numerous tickets, didn't show up for court. He marries her in jail. She has a baby with him. And as a career domestic violence prosecutor, too, I know it takes a lot for any woman to come into court and say they're a victim of domestic violence. This woman came into court twice, getting a restraining order against him, saying it's horrific. He had beaten her. He had punched her in the eye. He had ripped her clothes off. What causes a young mother to do this? Her child was with her. She talked about her child in the petition for an injunction for safety. Ultimately, she didn't show up for court. That's your typical domestic violence victim. But this victim was even braver because she was married to one of the top MS-13 members who was illegally in our country and a terrorist. So now
Can you explain?
he gets...
Oh, go ahead.
Go
I'm
ahead,
sorry,
Sean.
Pam. Finish. No. You finish.
So, Sean, he, under Donald Trump's incredible plan to get these alien enemies, these terrorists out of our country, he is deported. He is deported back to where he came from, El Salvador. He is sitting in a prison, and every American should be thanking President Trump tonight, and every liberal journalist who has called him a Maryland man and saying he was rightfully in this country should be apologizing tonight to President Trump.
So if you have any comments of your own, please like, share, and comment, Explain America. We appreciate your support.